Representing Haverhill, Massachusetts, he is an amateur mixed martial artist who fought for the amateur combat zone MMA title, an amateur boxer, and now making his amateur kickboxing debut. Please welcome Jordan SOG Faulkner. And he's thrown across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black and green, entered the cage with a record of 3 victories with only 3 defeats. He's representing Burgess MMA. Please welcome Matt Machine Gordan.
All right, the cage is locked. The ref is ready. Let's get to the action.
They touch gloves, show respect. Heavy leg kick right off the bat. Get a little respect.
Faulkner's looking nice and defensive, though he has a nice high guard.
He does have a nice high guard. He's tucking his chin, whereas Matt's chin's a little bit higher up. I'd be leery of that, but
those leg kicks look like they sting, though.
yeah, they're thrown with bad intentions. That's for sure. Good body kick by Matt.
You don't see that often. A counter kick off of a punch.
I think that shows that he's pretty confident, but he's really working the legs. I appreciate that energy. He has a nice hard part in his hair.
He really does always have good haircut energy.
He does.
Even between fights.
He does. Quick exchange with the hands. Nothing landed of substance. Good body shot with the jab.
Faulkner's going to have a hard time setting up a nice hard right, though, because of the way he's very side-facing.
Yeah, almost like a sport karate stance.
Yeah, it's great for a fast jab, but you see how he doesn't have that same range on his right hand.
You know, back in my younger and slimmer days, I actually did some kickboxing, and one of the things I'm noticing with both these guys is when they're throwing a kick, they're dropping their arm pretty far down, leaving themselves wide open, and I know I got clocked a few times when I was doing that.
Traditional Muay Thai, you can typically drop the hand that you kick with as long as the other one comes up to defend. But I think a lot of it is trying to throw with such force.
Looks like Matt's really starting to wake up here. He landed a couple of nice 1-2s. That last one was nice.
Good body kick. Oh, that hurt. That body kick hurt.
It did. Those hurt a lot more than people who haven't been kicked in the body think.
Exactly, and they pay dividends later on in the fight. Good inside leg kick. Oh, he hesitated. I would have countered that miss.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for the first round. You know, I mean, from my vantage point, pretty even. They both got some good shots and a lot of dancing around and filling each other out. How do you guys feel?
So I'm going to give this one to Matt Gordan only because I think he was busier. He landed the heavier shots. I believe his kick and punch count were higher. It looked to me like Jordan, and maybe Peggy disagrees, but it looked like Jordan relied more heavily on his hands.
No, I'm going to agree with that. And I think that he set the tone, Matt set the tone. Jordan looked a little bit flinchy at the end.
Dan, what do you think?
I think it's really interesting to hear from these guys. I think, you know, we've got some really highly educated people talking about this fight, and it's really interesting for me to listen to this. And I think that I'm going to go with Matt Gordan taking that round. I think he was more aggressive, and I think in the eyes of the judges and the eyes of the fans here, Matt Gordan won that round. But I really do like what Jordan's doing. According to what I've seen from him in MMA fights, he does tend to keep his hands low, but he's kept them up high. He's doing pretty good for his debut in kickboxing. So it'll be fun to see this round.
Excellent. All right, here we go. Start of round 2. Here they go.
You know, Jordan looked across and smiled at Matt before the beginning of that round. It was kind of a very genuine smile.
Yeah, and what I did notice was Matt was breathing heavy, and I wonder if all the kicks that he threw, he might have expended his reserves a little bit. Whereas Jordan, even though he's taking a lot of punishment, he's not breathing hard at all. So I don't know if his strategy is to actually take this to the later round.
Well, it's only 3 rounds, and it's not extremely long rounds. So saving energy for the last round maybe isn't the best plan.
No, it could be folly. Good inside leg kick. He keeps using those leg kicks. He's going to chop that tree down.
That lead leg has to be getting sore on Jordan.
Matt's taking a little breather. It looks like he's not throwing. I would do something to set a leg kick up rather than start off with a leg kick because it's so telegraphed unless you mask it with a jab.
I think that's what his corner's telling him to do. I heard something about set it up.
Nate Lamont is no idiot. He trains good fighters. Team Burgess is a very good school.
And he also has nunchuck skills.
He's
Bow staff skills.
Wrist locking skills.
Wrist locking skills.
I think Matt looked like he hurt his foot on the elbow of Jordan because when he put his leg down, he favored it quite a bit.
That's another thing that hurts a lot more than you would think.
Oh, that's one thing I do remember. You kick a kneecap, you kick an elbow. It is sometimes going to hurt you a lot more than it hurts them.
Ooh,
Oh, some spinny shit.
That looked glancing, but it still looked cool.
It did, and to the judges, it looks like he just busier. That was a good
Jordan
right hand.
landed a nice right on that one.
Down the middle, Peggy.
Oh,
Good head kick. Not all of it connected. He's telegraphing, unfortunately.
All right, that's going to do it for round 2. Another great round, actually. A lot of good shots taken this round. How are you guys feeling?
it's really close. I'm going to say Matt took that one too, but I think it was closer than the last one. What do you think?
What do you think, Dan?
I'm going to give that to Matt. I think that he did well, although I did see Jordan Faulkner land that stiff right hand, and I like that. That's going to give him some confidence coming into the third round.
What do you think, Jordan?
So I'm going to give it to, if there was a round that was a draw, it was going to be this round, but I still give it to Matt only on sheer aggression and punch volume and kick volume. Even though that spin kick didn't land, the judges are going to look at that and say, he's the aggressor, he's controlling the pace. High-risk moves are hard to counter, and you can become an instant hero if you land it. But they also do show the judge that, or judges, that you're not afraid to get out of your comfort zone and try something drastic.
Jordan looking very composed.
He is.
All right, third and final round.
I was wrong. It goes to the last round. I thought for sure the size of these two, somebody was going
I thought so too.
All right, here we go. Round 3 underway.
Also, because they said they didn't want to finish, I figured that they jinxed themselves and they wouldn't really go.
Wow, they're coming out pounding too. Like they're swinging now. They know it's coming to an end.
Good aggression, good aggression. Too telegraphed, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was blocked. It made a nice noise though. Jordan looks like he's trying to counter against Matt, which was working a little bit better before, but Matt's really running in on those punches now.
I'd look to see a lot of energy out of Jordan in this round because he needs it to win. I think he's down 2 rounds, and if he doesn't know it.
He's got a Floyd Mayweather after stance. If you watch, he drops his right hand and he starts using that shell. So I think he's confident with his hands. He just needs to let him go.
It looks to me like he's waiting to see Matt move before he throws his hands, which is working sometimes. Like he's landing some nice counters, but
He is.
it's also causing him to get hit.
Unfortunately, these rounds are only 3. So leg kicks are good, they sting, but unless you're using them to set up a bigger shot, I don't think you're going to put somebody down with 3 rounds of leg kicks.
Jordan's got some good head movement. He's slipped quite a few things.
Spinning back fist. Good flurry. Clinch.
I mean, Matt's been way more the aggressor this round. Again, you guys have been saying it. I don't know what Jordan's waiting for.
He's got to pull the trigger. If he doesn't do something, knock him down, he's effectively, in my opinion, lost this fight. He mashed that jab in his face. It just saved him from getting countered. It was more of a mush than a punch.
Jordan looks technically very good.
And that's going to do it for round 3 and the first match of Combat Zone 64
There's a little
glory. Both fighters raising their arms thinking they are the victor, but I have a feeling the commentators here are going to go, I think we're all going to go in the same direction. Oh, wow, doing a little peacock dance walking across the ring.
So funny fact is Dave Spiro is actually just helping out because Jordan technically train at his gym, but after talking to Spiro, he's like, I hope he does come over. I think he's got a lot of raw talent, and I think he proved that he's definitely got all the equipment to be a good fighter. Just a case of sharpening his tool belt, maybe finding his fangs a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's more finding his fangs, getting a little more aggressive, because I think he looked good.
Speaking of fangs, what do you think, Peggy? Who won that fight?
I still think it's Matt Gordan.
See what
I think
did
he
there?
took all 3 rounds, yeah. I made fangs.
What about you, Dan? Who do you have going?
I'm going to agree with Peggy. I think that Matt Gordan took that fight 3 rounds to none. I think that just, Jordan just, he didn't pull the trigger in any of the rounds. You kind of just have to let yourself out there.
All right, here we go, guys. Let's go to John Vina for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about overtime for Jordan SRG Faulkner and Radisson Hotel. After 3 exciting rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Judges Flanagan, Lockwood, and Cordero all see the same. 30-27 for your winner in the red corner, Radisson Hotel.
And the judges saw it the way we saw it. Congratulations to Matt Gordan, bringing his record to a 3-3. Good job by both fighters. But again, I think Jordan's coaches are going to tell him the same thing you guys said. He never pulled the trigger.